Welcome to episode 13 of the Toxic Boys podcast. I want to shout out my co-host Papa Left, Jay from Florida. It's Ari from Manhattan, your boy. I want to shout out Jeremy E in the chat, JJ from Brooklyn, Natty Light, salute to you. John Talento, salute to you also. Episode 14, my bad. I'm a little under the weather right now. Second time getting sick in the last 3 weeks. I feel like shit, but we come every Tuesday. We're here. So before we get started, I just want to shout out our sponsors, winesbymoselle.com, www.winesbymoselle.com for 10% off, hashtag Toxic Boys with a Z for 10% off. They ship nationwide. So where it stands right now, we're on a 4-game losing streak. We just lost to the Raptors, and Mitch is obviously out. IQ is questionable. We have the hardest schedule moving forward, apparently, according to the Tankathon, which some of us may be happier with than others. Definitely a lot to get going. So, Papa, talk to me. What's going on?
Knicks fans try to sell you the entire earth and all the waters, all the bodies of water. They try to sell you everything. They try to tell you this team at 25-19 was like the 9th best team in the NBA. They try to tell you that you're a bad human being because you didn't vote for Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. And they're just like we say, man, feathers in the wind, man. And that's why we're here, bro. I heard from one of my contemporaries, in terms of just not contemporaries, but someone who pushed back, like, we are needed. And I appreciated that because – if it was just up to the schedule, you could just predict the takes. Knicks are winning. The Knicks are winning. This is a great organization. We're in a great spot. Like, you guys are miserable. You guys are miserable. Oh, and then we go on a losing streak. Fire tits. Then it's like, oh, we don't have any players. And oh my God, Emmanuel Quickly is going to be an all-star. And oh my God, we were the best in the world. Oh, we should. Oh, Jalen Brunson's mid. Like, the thing about the Toxic Boys is I just go back to episode 4. It's the same team. It's the same front office. It's the same head coach. There is nothing different. It's just the fan base is so feather in the wind that they let a couple wins elevate their dopamine levels. Fuck you, you're miserable. Don't talk about Jalen Brunson. I was just telling Laurie backstage, like, I'm not allowed to nitpick Jalen Brunson, but here's LeBron James with 4 NBA finals, and they talk shit about him because he's not Mike. But I'm not allowed to tell Jalen Brunson, bro, get others involved, because last year when I wanted a point guard, I never included, the NBA is a positionless league. You don't need your point guard to pass. Like, that's no one.
Bullshit. That's a goalpost move.
Update your takes. They're on a 4-game losing streak right now, and I want them to lose as many games as possible. I think a 10-game losing streak is, as weird as it sounds, a 10-game losing streak might put Thibs on the hot seat. Might. But it has to be 10. So we really have to, like, I was talking to my guy Chuck before tonight. He was like, tonight is a big game because it's a game at home. It's a popping game. It's Spiders coming into town. You know the Knicks are going to play up, right? You know they're going to want to win the game, right? They've lost 4 in a row. The Knicks could win this game, but if they lose this one, it's a big momentum shifter, I think, where it's like now guys may not commit as much as they were committing against the Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons and winning down the stretch a game against the Indiana Pacers and the Raptors and things like that. Now this is what Jay from Florida was talking about. Season starts on January 20th. And you want to know how true Jay from Florida is to his takes? Jay from Florida, I texted him today. I was like, yo, we need to pull these clips from 3 episodes ago when you were telling Knicks fans, stay humble. Jay from Florida respects the NBA so much. He's like, not yet. Not yet. Don't pull those takes yet. It's just 4 games in a row. Jay from Florida believes in his team more than the toxic positivity people believe in this team. Jay from Florida believes that the Knicks could possibly win the game tonight. That's why he's rooting so hard for them to lose. I'm sorry I'm taking your takes, but you're my brother. I understand where you're coming from.
God, to my whole monologue.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, tonight's a big game. It's not like where we were against the Cavs a month ago, but if you want to get to that point again, you're going to need to lose this game tonight. So I'm all in on the L, and I want a big fat L. I want like Jay from Florida, you up?
Shout out to Spider, man. Spider been off the last 3 games. If you watch other NBA teams and keep up with the news, he's coming back from injury tonight. I think he had a sore groin, the same injury that Cam Reddish lost his job to. Man, shout out to CT Pittman, man. CT Pittman said, "I'm looking like Nostradamus out here," and I don't. If you watch enough NBA and you look at the schedule, you could have predicted this would happen too, right? Once the competition picks up, once guys get more invested. Once we get close to the All-Star game, there's incentives. There's NBA. These guys get paid checks. There's incentives to do well. There's incentives to make the All-Star team. There's incentives to make the playoffs. There's incentives for their next contracts. These guys start to pick it up game 35, 40, right? So the intensity picks up a little bit. To the 10-game losing streak, man, it's sad that we have to go so deep in the bag to put Tom Thibodeau on the actual hot seat. But we can't allow this team to be successful, bro. We have to put our fandom to the side in order to get a new regime. And I want Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau to be walked out the building. I don't believe Leon Rose will actually fire Tom Thibodeau, right? I feel like he'll go down with the ship. He's that loyal to this guy.
Here's the stretch. Here's where you got to lose. I just want to bring it up. Cavs, Knicks, and Knicks Celtics, right? That the Knicks would come back to Brooklyn. That would be a 7-game losing streak. You lose to your crosstown rivals, right? It's on national television, right? And then you get the Tuesday game, another national television game, Lakers, Knicks, LeBron. But that's not enough because you still got the Heat there, right? 2 days later. Then the Heat outclass you, right?
Yeah, and the Heat won not 10, 12 out of 13.
And this is where it gets real nice. Like Clippers, Knicks on a Saturday night. That's the night. A Saturday night loss brings out the.
Is that an ABC game?
Spin. What?
Is that an ABC game?
I don't know if it's 7 p.m. It's kind of strange. I don't know if it would be. It might be. It's the night before the Super Bowl, I think. But
yeah, that might be the ABC game, bro, because they usually run an ABC game before Super Bowl. But listen, man, we have to put ourselves in position for the future, man. We got an important draft coming up. We need a good draft pick. If you don't want to play Obi Toppin, and Obi Toppin is pussy. Like I can't defend him no more. I can't with the frailing arms and not establishing himself as a real deal. Bro,
I like the 4 threes the other night, Jay, but it wasn't what I asked for.
Bro, if you playing that well, bro, you make a scene. You get in the media after the game, like be upset about this. This is your livelihood. You got little kids that you got to support. You got a family, a dad, a mom that you got to support. This guy's robbing you of money. Like there's no more time to be a good guy. Like Quick sat out because his knee was sore and he's putting himself first. Shout out to Quick. And all these guys that don't have they max contract yet, if you feel something not right, sit out. Don't risk yourself with Tom Thibodeau because he don't care about you, bro. This is not a good situation for nobody but Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. That's the only one striving in this Tom Thibodeau situation. They can't play defense without Mitchell Robinson. The offense is stagnant. You got 60 shots between these three dudes. They take 90 shots total, and 12 dudes have to squabble around for fucking 30 shots. What NBA team runs like this? And then you got Knicks fans happy with the product. You know what I'm saying?
And they said
feather to win.
All Thibs is doing is using these guys for his win-loss record. And they say that Cam was useless, that Cam wasn't playing defense. Clearly, you didn't watch the game, for the record. Clearly, it's like literally the only thing he was doing well was playing really good defense. That was it.
Quick playing tonight?
I hope not. But I just want to make this
Quick playing tonight.
I see where you're going with this. Yes, if Quick doesn't play and Evan Fournier's out because of the birth of his child, who do they go to?
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, they're going D Rose tonight, but D Rose can't guard.
But real quick, Cam Reddish is important to note. It's important to note that Cam Reddish got hurt because he was running across baseline on a Friday night guarding Steph Curry. And
absolutely, with no Mitch Robinson behind him. Yeah, giving up his
so
body.
It's very important to notice. Like Thibs literally used his ass because nobody could guard those two.
Yeah,
nobody could guard those two on our team, and they literally got the get right game against us. And Cam was playing defense the whole night, and he got hurt.
Yeah, put him. Yeah, they put Cam in the mattress, put his head in the mattress, right? They be saying
6'9" guarding Steph Curry.
It's stupid, bro. Listen, man. Yo, nobody from Clutch is touching the Knicks ever again. When Leon Rose did, that's a fact. Yo, if I'm an agent, don't ask me for no medicals. Don't pick up the phone. Don't try to draft my guys because you ain't gonna play my guy. So they not involved in like they say we're here. Leon Rose is doing a good job building the culture. How? He has the most hated coach, according to Bleacher Report, on the sideline. He's alienating other companies, other agencies that he don't play their guys, he don't invest in their guys,
and showing up courtside like you're recruiting a middle
showing up courtside like it's Kentucky, smacking guys. Danny Ainge's like, what the fuck is this?
That was bad.
You playing with grown men like that? Like this? How you playing it? And I'm supposed to give him an 8? I'm supposed to
they made Allen Houston accompaniment. I don't like that. Like that's my boyhood idol.
Man, Allen Houston sitting courtside and trying like a little boy. Go out there and represent this little boy. He's a joke too. Yo, if Allen Houston becomes like an assistant GM or GM, bro, I don't know.
That might have just boosted Ari's immunity because I could.
We need to lose. Like Knicks fans, like chat. I know y'all don't like losing. I know it's entertainment. Maybe not our chat, but most chats don't like losing. Winning games this season only prolongs this process. We have to get rid of Leon Rose. Like Leon Rose is not the answer here, and I'm not even talking about Thibodeau because Leon Rose is the head of this. He employs these guys. Like we have to get rid of him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They need to lose games.
I feel like it's not just about. I feel like it's not just about losing games. I feel like it's about the fashion they lose them in. We need them to lose big, like Papa said. Like it's one thing if you lose to the Celtics by 3 points and you choke at the end. It's another thing to lose by the Celtics by like 38 points and get blown out the fucking door, right? We need an embarrassing L, ideally in Madison Square Garden, when James Dolan is sitting there, when the fans get fed up and, say, fire Thibs or boo the fans or something like that. That's what we need. But I agree with you guys. I think, listen, this team is exactly where I thought it would be. This is why this season's been a little annoying. It's like there's nothing really new to talk about a lot. We're 25-23. It's exactly where I thought we would be. We have the schedule coming up. We should lose tonight, especially if Quickly's playing. If Quickly's not playing tonight, I'm taking the Cavs. I haven't even been betting a lot, and I think I'm taking the Cavs. They're not going to beat the Celtics. The Nets. Listen. If KD was playing, that'd be a wrap. But he's not playing, so we'll see what happens there. But then you have the Clippers, and you have the Sixers, and you have the Heat. It's like this team is not going more than 2-5 out of the next 7.
Bro, and they're still getting lucky. KD's out. Marcus Smart, I believe, is out still, correct? For Boston. Right. He got hurt the other night. Like, they're still getting breaks. But they're going to lose because you can't treat people. You can't treat guys. You can't treat guys how you treat guys and have the basketball guys do you a favor. Like, you can't. Like, there's no – you can't have a prosperous season when you're literally fucking leaving guys generational wealth out to dry. Guys that don't have nothing.
Cam has to be the one sitting out. I feel like it has to be Cam sitting out, like instead of Thibs. It just doesn't. I know Thibs is crazy. I know he's a maniac. I know he doesn't. You can't put anything past that guy. But listen, the dude really wants to win every single game, regardless of how meaningless it is. And for someone who's so defensive minded, why the hell would he put Evan Fournier in before? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's something that, like, I forgot who asked. I think Mo asked, like, Begley or something to ask him, like, really, like, get to the bottom of that situation. But at the end of the day, dude, that guy's gone in the next 3 weeks when the trade deadline comes up.
By the way, it helps you. I just want to say something to the beat writers. Like, don't feel conflicted to ask about the Cam situation because you got an answer and you feel like you can't dig. Like, the people want to know. The people want there to be, like, an answer. People want some pressure. Like, tonight should be a no-brainer. Cam Reddish plays. Why did the situation manifest itself to this point where it's embarrassing? It's embarrassing that I am down Emmanuel Quickly. I am down Evan Fournier. I am down I have no rotation off the bench at all. I have Isaiah Hartenstein and Obi Toppin. And you're going to bring back Derrick Rose?
Here's the problem with
if this happens, that's dysfunctional, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
Listen, Cam spent the first half of the season literally saving Tom Thibodeau from fucking getting fired, right? So in a situation where you had the nerve to bench him after that Dallas game, whatever you told him to go fucking sit on the sideline, you could have probably played him after. I don't know if Cam got upset about it and they had an argument after the fact, but you literally fucking spat in his face and told him to sit down on the bench. We're not using him anymore during that game after he saved you the whole season, right? Now, I was reading an article from fucking Bleacher Report earlier, Eric Pincus, and he was saying that, Cam was supposed to go to the Lakers. Those two picks were supposed to come to the Knicks. They got a better player than Rui, right? A fucking more established player. They're saying that deal is now unlikely. They said that they've been negotiating that deal for over a year and couldn't come to terms. Now, why the fuck are you negotiating a deal about a role player for a year and you can't even close that deal? Like, who is fucking negotiating these trades for the Knicks? If you can't eliminate a guy that you're not using to get assets, like remedial assets, like just minuscule assets, like who's running things? Like, why can't we close trades? Why can't we close trades?
Thibs.
Bro, the most frustrating era in Knicks fandom I can remember, bro. Like when you losing, at least you got picks to look after, right? To look forward to. Like these guys ain't invested in the draft.
Or if you're just capped out and you suck, right?
Right.
It's an awareness. It's
right.
like I posted a picture today of Steve Francis and Isaiah Thomas, and I don't care what anybody says about this. Like from an entertainment value, that dysfunctional era, it had some pop to it. It had Jamal Crawford. It had Stephon Marbury. It had Stephon Marbury going MIA. It had cute like fucking Steve Francis and It was like fucking haywire. It was a shit show, but it was a show. You know what I mean? Like what we're watching right now, it's so goddamn predictable, and it really doesn't have to be. And it literally means nothing. Like it is literally nothing to care about, nothing to write home about. Maybe RJ. RJ's like the slight, when RJ has a good game, it's a slight bit of hope that like if we got rid of this regime, that we could like just at the tail end of when you're really supposed to do it. You already paid RJ. You were supposed to play around this kid from the moment he was drafted at 3. There's so many fucking problems with the way this organization went about this. Like it's not functional. Stop calling it functional. It's not.
Loyalty. It's fake loyalty. You can't tell me they got a relationship in the league. Nobody wants to trade with him. Everybody thinks it's a joke. Nobody these guys are agents. Like they don't have any relationships in the league anymore. The players that they had love with are literally aging out. Chris Paul is aging out.
If Thibs got fired today, I'm sure the next young team that wants to develop their draft picks would sign him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think
just think about that.
This team is just. They need to be firing on all cylinders. They need to have all their guys healthy. They need the other team to be missing their guy. They need everything to be at 100% perfect in order for them to win any games. And once Mitch is gone, boom, it goes downhill. Quickly gone.
They can't rebound.
They can't do anything, dude. And it's
no perimeter defense without.
Oh, no Mitchell Robinson, by the way. I forgot. We forgot to bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, you see the glaring. You see the Mitch being missing, bro. They can't get any second chance opportunities without Mitch, right? They struggle to rebound on the defensive end as well. There's no defensive presence. Guys fucking driving right around Grimes. The Grimes has looked terrible on defense the last 5 games. Terrible. Horrible on defense. So, nothing about this roster excites me. Shout out to CT, man. CT is saying that, it's like watching a movie that you know the ending. Watching this game is like watching a movie that you know the ending to already, because you see them collapsing, right? They can't close shit. Jalen Brunson is a complete ball hog.
Quickly's playing.
Oh, he's playing tonight? Shout out to Quick, man. I know
right,
Quick's gonna try to save these motherfuckers again.
Good luck to him. But
crazy.
Everyone in the chat.
What you need quickly. Don't be stupid. You didn't get your contract yet.
Salute JJ, Michael Fleming. Salute to you, son from Brooklyn, my guy. Yo, we have how many? 44 people in the chat. We only have 18 likes. Let's get that like button up. Let's get that subscribe button up. Honestly, I'm giving up on this 500 thing soon, so we might just bring on guests anyway. But either way, man, salute to everyone that comes here. I consider this chat the smartest chat out of any Knicks fan, because you guys understand how long-term team building works, and you don't worry about the today. You worry more about the tomorrow and building good habits and things like that. So salute to everyone. So before we move on, trade deadline's coming up soon. The Knicks. The thing about the Knicks is, going into the trade deadline on a 5-game winning streak versus going into the trade deadline on a 4 or soon to be probably 5-game losing streak has 2 different connotations when you're going into the deadline. Jay, what do you think is going to happen at the deadline? Do you think they're going to try to get the bench scoring help, or do you think they're going to stay pat, or do you think they're going to try to? Well, we know they're not going to get any more draft. They're not going to try to get draft picks. But what do you think is going to happen at the draft deadline or the trade deadline?
I don't think these guys are interested in actually making trades and giving up on it, because the assets is bullshit. It's all protected picks, right? But I don't think they're going to make a big swing. I don't think they're going to try to upgrade the bench. Yo, here's my theory on help, right? Getting help. I understand what y'all saying. Like, in theory, we need help. In theory, in actual theory. But our offense is so geared to 3 people. Those guys need their shots. They're used to their shots. They've been given and handed and promised shots. Now, if you go grab a Jordan Clarkson, a proven pro from Utah, you go grab a Malik Beasley, you go grab whoever you pick the veteran guy. These guys are going to expect 15 shots a night. Who's going to step back and sacrifice opportunity on this Knicks team when they've been promised this shit?
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many fucking cooks in the kitchen, and we don't have a coach that's going to divvy up the work, right? So
too many 3-star cooks in the kitchen,
bro,
not even 5 stars.
To me, there's no room for help. Like, you can get a Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock don't need shots. When you talk about real help, yeah, cool. There's no room for real help, in my opinion. Papa Left, what you think, bro?
I just think that, isn't it interesting, right? Isn't it interesting that Fred Katz has this report about the Knicks changing their tune on Emmanuel Quickley?
Yeah.
Why is a front office letting a month of Emmanuel Quickley just go off?
Because
why are they changing their tune? He's one of their most pivotal assets. What didn't you think Emmanuel Quickley was capable of that he showed you in the last month? We've seen this before.
Bro, they're not talent evaluators, brother.
I don't know why they let a month
basketball guys, bro.
Ari, we talked about this. Well, you talked about this with Randall in the small sample size. It's like, why did they let a hot Emmanuel Quickley? And I'm not saying it as a negative. I'm saying we know Emmanuel Quickley is a talented two-way guard. We know that. Okay.
Bro, they don't
why were they willing? Why were they willing to get? They were willing to get Evan. What?
They don't like making tough decisions.
They were willing to use Emmanuel Quickley to get off Evan Fournier and maybe get a protected first. They were willing to do that last month.
So
reportedly,
in a situation where you got to pay a guy in a year and a half, you might still have to trade him. Who? Everybody can't get traded.
No, Charlie, my friend Chuck, he texted me when Rui got traded to the Lakers. He texted me, Leon Rose doesn't have the balls to do that.
That trade was that's an under-table fucking trade for LeBron to get help, bro. That to me, fucking Rui for 3 second-round picks is a 6'9" wing on a rookie contract for 3 second-round picks. It's unfathomable. Only the Lakers get those kind of players, bro.
That was a favor. That's a favor.
That's a fucking favor, bro, if I ever seen one. But, yo, listen, they're not in the business of actually making this team good. They're about relationships.
That affects Cam Reddish, though. Reddish.
And I think Cam Reddish won't get traded. I think he'll be on the end of the bench for the rest of the season.
There's no way.
As well.
He's got to get traded.
He's not going to get traded, Ari. He's not going to get traded. Those guys are not in the business to fucking actually make moves. Like, look at the history.
Yeah, they didn't trade Kemba at the deadline.
Yeah, every fucking deadline, they don't actually make a move. In the draft, they fucking trade back.
They made an aggressive move. The only aggressive in-season move was Derrick Rose. That was it.
And that was a no-brainer.
They got rid of a garbage basketball player. They got rid of Dennis Smith Jr. in his second. That's not
fucking no-brainer, bro. But when you got to negotiate, and that's Weaver again. That's Troy Weaver again in Detroit. So when they got to negotiate against other GMs, for real, they never close the trade. They can fucking close trade with their homeboys. Troy Weaver and Scott Perry are damn near best friends. But have they made a fucking impact trade without freaking Detroit being involved? No. So I see. This is why I got a problem.
People don't understand. Jay, Kneepad Knicks Twitter doesn't understand what you just did, though. I just want to back it up. Kneepad Knicks Twitter doesn't get that part.
Listen, it's fucking the Pistons. Troy Weaver, the GM, is best friends with Scott Perry, our GM. Every single trade, most of the trades they've made in this regime has literally been with Detroit. The Kemba Walker, Alec Burke trade, the free up the cap room for Jalen Brunson was a Detroit trade. The Derrick Rose for Dennis Smith in the second rounder was a Detroit trade. Listen, they haven't done any deals.
And Begley reported that Cam Reddish to the Pistons too. Begley reported that there was. I saw that on Knicks.
So Begley's talking about Cam Reddish to the Pistons. So you're just gonna trade trade back and forth with the Pistons? You tried to trade up for that kid and during the draft.
I'll tell you one thing: we gave him Jalen Duren,
and you gave him fucking Jalen Duren. You handed him Jalen Duren. So like, what the fuck? Why?
We'll take your pick maybe next year.
Who says Leon Rose is doing a good job? I don't understand when I hear this. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand. How could you come up here and say Leon Rose is doing a good job? How can you get on a space and say Leon Rose is doing a good job? How can you get on YouTube and say Leon? He's done nothing. Ridiculous, bro.
Oh my God. Hey, man.
You know what I think?
Shout out Brock Aller playing Jenga with the cap.
Shout out to Brock, man. Everybody getting paid, man. Brock Aller getting paid. Leon Rose.
There has to be something deeper than this, dude. It's because it's like Phil Jackson sucked, Rose sucked. Like
you writing notes.
Everybody's been sucking, dude. There's got to this has to be a little bit of a deeper situation than just fucking this regime, bro, and this coach and stuff. Fucking Fizdale sucked. Fucking Derek Fisher sucked. It's like there has to be some kind of culture in Madison Square Garden that starts at the top with Dolan. Whether or not he's meddling or not, I don't think he is meddling. He's always willing to pay whatever, but there has to be something going on because the law of averages would suggest that after a while you would get a coach or you get a front office that would do something responsible over time. But I think it's just that it's the low expectations. Knicks fans have low expectations. As long as you entertain them and as long as they're flirting with the playoffs, that's enough to keep 70% of the fan base happy. The 30% they come here to the Toxic Boys, but the other 70%. It's enough because
the reason why I hate the play-in,
it's like
you know why I hate the play-in, Ari? Remember the Knicks teams that used to like really like struggle just to like be a lot, not these recent ones, but like back in the day, like 2002, 2003, like a 2005, 2008, 2007 kind of Knicks team that like they were kind of like in the, especially the one with
Zach Randolph and Jamal Crawford.
No, that one, and also I'm thinking like before the Knicks went and got like Penny Hardaway and like Keith Van Horn, like that team that finally made the playoffs in 2004. Like teams before that, like the Knicks were acquiring like Jalen Rose, like doing anything to get in the fucking 8th seed.
Bro,
and they didn't even come close. That's why I hate this play-in because it just gives them the playoffs.
Talk about that era of bro. That 2002 to fucking 2010 shit, you might as well erase it out of my brain, bro. I'm a fucking true 90s baby. That fucking Knicks team from fucking 92 to 99 is my baby. That fucking 2000 shit to fucking, bro, erase that shit out of my, it's so, as long as Dolan been in there, it's been straight bullshit, bro.
I wouldn't erase it. I had some a love and affection for those teams.
Well, you're a little younger than me, so
yeah, I'm born in 91.
I ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. 94, I started watching, and that's the team that I fell in love with. That 2001 shit is straight trash. What y'all think about iHeart fucking being pursued by the Clippers again?
I don't speak. That's another one. But I don't speak for under 25 Knicks fans. I speak for the older, Knicks at 30 and above at least. So it's like, for me, like growing up with Marbury was like the first Knicks player that we acquired that was like a star. Like after Patrick retired and we had Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, but they were done for a minute. You know what I mean? So we really needed another player, and Marbury was like,
and Dolan bitch ass like ego fucking not have him sign Latrell. When Latrell should have came back and played with him for the 5 years. So you talk about stupid shit. So what y'all think about the iHeart situation?
He must be asking out.
To go back to LA?
Asking out. He probably wants to go back to the Clippers, and the Knicks maybe that's the reason why they've played him, because they feel like they're the potential suitor. But I don't know. Like I wouldn't look to acquire Isaiah Hartenstein, but if I was one team to do it, it would probably be the team that I've experienced some success with in utilization and whatnot.
Yeah,
I don't see it, bro. I don't see him as a threat. I don't see him as a threat. I watched him play. I don't see him as a threat. I'm sorry.
No, Mitchell Robinson is not the time to get. Even though he's not been playing well. It's like they need somebody to be 7 feet and stand there. So it's like I don't know what else they would do with that. But just going back to the '90s Knicks, people forget that the '96 Knicks had the best chance to win the chip, but that was the year that Patrick Ewing and Oakley stepped on the floor during the fight, and they had John Starks, and they lost to Miami because they were banned from the thing. But that was the time where they had Houston, and Patrick Ewing was still not completely washed. He was like
and Larry
way out. He wasn't like washed like '99. He could still play, and they had Allen Houston. That was the year they really could have done it. Also, I think
Larry Johnson.
Yeah. That was the year they had the best chance.
And they had Charlie Ward and Chris Childs. So they had more score. Yo, we've been fucking robbed of fucking just talent for so long, bro. It's so sad what they do to us, bro. Like,
because we don't operate like we never went through a rebuild. We never went through a real rebuild. We rebuilt for 1 year with RJ. That was it. We did it, and then after that, we signed Julius.
I think the purest rebuild we had was in the cap clearing era. Like after we fired Phil, it was just the cap clearing era. Like there was like coaching changes that like didn't really matter. Like we obviously
2019 they signed everyone. They signed Portis, they signed Randall, they Noah Morris. They threw out the whole fucking cap. Like they never went through a rebuild. A rebuild takes 3 to 5 years to do it the right way, dude. You need multiple bites at the apple. You're not guaranteed to hit on any draft.
Bro,
but if you hit 4 times, you hit on 2 of them, and then boom, you're the fucking. You're the Sixers who make it to the playoffs every single year. The Sixers missed on Fultz. They missed on Michael Carter Williams. I think they missed on so many players.
Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, but they hit on 2 that were big.
That's it. That's it because you have to do it.
But you got to tank to get there. You got to get the A1 star to get there. Like I don't understand. Like and it starts at the top. Like Dolan has never invested in really getting a fucking GM that's with the shits. Like he's never called LA and say, "Yo, Jerry West, here's a blank check. Come to fucking New York City."
Jahlil Okafor.
Fucking Masai Ujiri. He's never fucking just handed these guys a blank check to come to New York.
Leon Rose is such a fucking asshole, man.
Leon Rose?
Yes. Like I'm so tired of this shit. Like say something already.
Now they're trying to drive revenue,
OG.
Dude. That's it, bro. They're a fucking publicly traded company. They want to make the playoffs so they get the revenue.
It's so phony, bro.
That's all it is, bro.
All right, when you say that, you made me so sad, bro. Like, what's the point of even being a fan?
He's not a fucking basketball fan like Mark Cuban. Dolan's a guy who just fell into his lap and he thinks of it as a problem. He's like, I just don't want to be in the spotlight. Just be mediocre. I'll pay you whatever you want. Just get the press off of me. And that's it. So 500 to Dolan is perfect. As long as they make the playoffs, he's happy, dude. That's all it is, bro. And there's nothing to do with the fans. And the only way to demand change.
He has to be embarrassed, is what you're saying. He has to be.
It's for the fans, the fans, the consumer of the product to hold their feet to the fire and say, we demand better, dude. And no one else does it because you win 3 games in a row. And all of a sudden, you're going to beat the Celtics in the first round of the playoffs and everyone's shaking their ass again. They're okay with the crumbs, like Jay always says, bro. So it's not going to happen unless we build up a movement in a sense. And right now, I see fucking 23 fucking likes and 47 people in the chat. That's a shitty ass movement. All right. And I see 460.
Let's be sweet. Let's be sweet. All right. Let's approach it differently. Guys, hit that like and subscribe button for your boys, man. Run it up. Support us. Let's be sweet about it, man. Jesus Christ.
All right. So you don't think they're doing anything at the deadline, Papa? What do you think they're doing at the deadline?
Nothing.
I don't think they're doing anything drastic, but I have seen a report by Chris Persianen of Knicks Film School saying that the Knicks are the Raptors are looking for a bunch of picks for OG Anunoby, and the Knicks have a bunch of picks.
Bro, we fucking trade 3 picks for OG Anunoby, bro. I'm done.
I'm done. That's it. It's over.
I like him as a player, bro. But if you're telling me you're just double down on mid. Like you're literally double downing on mid, bro. Like, bro, I'm done, bro. Bro. Get the trades done that you need to make, that you need to finalize. Don't wait.
I'm just in theory, by the way. You could have used all your assets and got Anunoby and Donovan Mitchell.
Exactly. You sign the show off right now. That's it. That's the key. That's the literal key.
They need
Brunson, OG Anunoby, Donovan Mitchell, Randall, Mitch. You ready to rock? You ready to roll at that point? That team could make some noise. Because and then you fire Thibs. Get the Thibs the fuck out of here.
Stop, bro.
Fire Thibs, bro.
In any universe, we're firing Thibs.
Fire Thibs, bro.
Oh yeah, dude, you have to fire Thibs because the thing about him is in a 7-game series where it comes to adjustments and mismatches and stuff, he's going to underperform even what he does in the regular season. He's going to be even worse. Just like Julius Randle, like, bro, what's good about the Knicks in that theory? You got OG can stretch this court. You can put him on the toughest wing automatically. Spider is a box over scorer. Brunson fucking turns into the third option or whatever. You got Randall. Randall could just chime in, and the Mitch could just be a defense anchor. You got everything that you need in that first 5. I still don't think it's enough, and I still think it doesn't fit well because Randall's on the team, and Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. I could see them playing the Celtics and getting fucking Jason Tatum on Spider. But
you got OG. You got OG, bro. You got OG, and you probably
but you can hide one. You can hide one guy on defense. You can't hide 2. I just don't. I don't know if I see that.
But what if you put Grimes in and you rock with Spider, Grimes, OG?
Yeah.
Randall.
All right, that's different.
Now you're talking.
Would you have Grimes, or he would have been gone in that deal?
I'm driving RJ to Utah by car. Get the fuck RJ.
RJ send him home. Send him home.
RJ can't fucking impact. He can't He can't impose his will on the game. Like he scores 30 points and it doesn't even matter. It just comes in the flow of the game. It's not Tatum where you're throwing the ball to him on the wing and he's impacting. He's literally taking his troops home. Like RJ just gets his within the flow of the game.
Would IQ be gone?
So you got to pick between IQ and Grimes. Either way, you got a good defender. Either way, you're good. That team would be solid, bro. I could be excited about that team.
You could be excited, but you need either Luka or Embiid or Jokic or Giannis. You need that.
But you draft those dudes though. You don't get those dudes in trade. You draft those guys.
All right, so then we're screwed then because we're not going to get them in the draft because we're too good.
I don't think Luka will sniff a championship. He's a fucking ball hawk. He's nice. I don't think he'll sniff a championship. I think Giannis knew to give his guys opportunity, Middleton and Drew, to help him out. I don't think Luka could fucking humble himself enough to pass the ball to another guy.
I think
he'll never win.
I don't know.
In my opinion, he'll never win.
I think at the deadline, the Knicks are going to try to move Cam Reddish and they'll get only one first-round pick because
second-round pick, you mean?
1 second-round pick, yeah, 1 second-round pick because obviously everyone in the freaking NBA knows how desperate, like they know the situation here, how desperate they are. There's no leverage whatsoever. They'll get a second-round pick for him. I can see them trying to do something for Derrick Rose. A net neutral, like a nothing, maybe another second rounder or something. Get some guy who's not going to play on the team, whatever. But I can also see them going for maybe not an OG 3 picks, but I can see them going for some kind of Jordan Clarkson, Kuzma, Tobias. I could see them doing that move. I really can because the way they look at it. All right, we're going to get Mitch back in 3 weeks. All right, all we got to do is tread water right now.
Yeah.
All we got to do is tread water right now. We'll get some bench scoring, right? That's where we're weak at.
No, that's why they got to lose. That's why they got to lose.
There's no shots for no bench scoring. This the RJ takes us. RJ and Quick got the bench shots.
Here's the
comment.
There's
no room for nobody.
It's the comment of the night right there. Larry Israel's Obi Hive. That's it. It's all about entertainment, bro. It's all about entertainment.
That's a hilarious name in lieu of last week's show. That's great. It's Pastor Claudio, but it's just amazing. Yeah.
Shout out Tom for Huntington. Once we get the calls up in here, I need you to call in, Tom. Just like in Knicks Fan TV. You know what I'm saying?
Tom is franchise. Tom's a franchise caller at this point, for sure.
Rayology. Papa, quick Rayology. Read what he wrote. Read this tweet in Rayology voice right now.
Sell everything. Fire Leon Rose. Fire Thibs. Get Bob fucking Myers. Go get Anthony Black. Grady Dick. Cam Whitmore. Hold on to RJ and IQ and Grimes and 3 to 4 bursts for Brunson, Randall, and Mitch. And everything fucking changes.
There we go. Objectivity. What up, Edgar? Shout out to you, bro. Just so you know.
I don't like Bob Myers, though.
You don't like him?
What's your problem with Bob Myers?
I mean, I think certain GMs blow their load in certain situations. I don't think he can reciprocate and redo what he did in Golden State.
GMs blow their load
Early. So I want somebody that's an assistant.
Oh, Steph Curry.
Yeah. I want somebody that's an assistant, man.
I'll never forget when the Knicks got Jordan Hill, man. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget Channing Frye either.
You love that era, man.
Channing Frye was actually not bad, honestly.
Bro,
I was pretty much the Knicks wall when I was like 15 for sure.
That era was the most forgettable part of my life.
Yeah, it was like yes.
That was a disgusting era, bro. Disgusting. Disgusting. It's kind of like right now.
Wade Robinson, Q Rich.
Yeah, average players. You're watching Julius Randle do his thing on steroids, but just the same type of vibe.
I'm saying that's why these.
I watched Stephon Marbury go on NBC high as shit and do this shit. Like that was my life. I love that shit. Like Marbury was high as fuck. He was just talking shit. He was like, last night I was with my sister and I kissed her and I felt something. Like,
Marbury is wild.
Marbury was wilding on TV, bro.
Wilding, bro.
Shout my God. I don't post it. Marbury follows me on Twitter. I don't post any like Marbury memories for that reason. I'm political with that shit.
Steph was that man.
That team, dude. That team is the reason why Knicks fans are so happy for being mid right now, because they look at it like,
it's not even that team.
No, they say that.
It's not that team. It's the mellow 30-21 win years. It's those years. It's like, oh my God, I had to watch Lou Amundsen. Oh, remember when we had Torrey Murray? Torrey Murray, like enough. Oh, I used to think Torrey Murray was the truth. Like that doesn't do anything for me.
I've been asking Jay Nicky to go watch Knicks 90s playoff team games, and he still hasn't done it, bro. So this is why they're happy with this kind of bullshit, bro. They love it.
All right, let's go over the Cavs, the preview for the Cavs in the last 15 minutes.
Before you get to that, I want to ask Jay from Florida, how does it feel seeing ass shaking like being branded on the timeline? How does it make you feel? Because that was something that you came up with.
It feels good, bro. It's a term that came out of passion. It's a term that kind of came out of dislike for a certain tangible fan base. And I get why they ask, I get it. But if you really want ultimate success, bro, you gotta put the fandom down a little bit, man. You gotta put the fandom to the side. You gotta stop ass shaking a little bit and get to the real deal. But I love it, man. I love seeing it, bro. It's dope.
What do you think of the Ass Shakers mixtape idea? What do you think about that?
Awesome, man. We got 2 or 3 joints right now.
No, you have to
do, Papa. You have to do a video like that.
Knicks Twitter. I said the Knicks lost 4 in a row, but I still twerk for
Thibodeau. Yeah, I'm the leader on Kneepad Knicks Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm the leader on Kneepad Knicks Twitter.
When you make the music video, you need to pull up like horrible tweets of like and throw them in there
on the green screen.
Like, oh my God, we could beat anyone besides Boston and Milwaukee, or like tweets like that. Like we're going.
That's a good one.
Like you gotta like.
Knicks can't beat the Raptors. This fucking gun to their head, the Knicks would be sweating bullets, bro, if they played the Raptors in a play-in, man. Get out of here, bro.
We have 15 minutes. I want to do 2 things real quick. So I'm going to go through the schedule. Before we talk about the Cavs tonight, I'm going to go through the schedule looking forward in the next 7 games. I want you both to give me your records, and I want everyone in the chat to give me their records. So we have Cleveland tonight, Boston on Thursday. Then we have the Nets on Saturday, the Lakers, Miami, the Clippers, and the Sixers. So it's 6 games. So it's, again, Cleveland, Boston, Brooklyn, Lakers, Miami, Clippers, Sixers. 7 games. Out of those 7 games, I'm saying 2 and 5.
Yeah, I think 2 and 5 as well. I feel like they 2. And I don't really know where the wins is gonna come out of. It's gonna be random. It's gonna be a night where they're just shooting lights out. But
I don't know. There are a lot of high profile games there, and I think a lot of teams want to beat the Knicks. Especially at the Garden. Like for instance, Cavs Knicks. Let's just go through motivation, right? Like, is this a soft game? Like, no. Cavs Knicks, not a soft game. Knicks Celtics, not a soft game. Knicks Nets, not a soft game. Lakers Knicks, not a soft game.
Are we going to Boston?
We're going to
at
Boston. It's not a soft game at
yeah.
all. We're
None of
going
these
to
are.
Brooklyn. We haven't beat Brooklyn in 3 years. That's not a soft environment. LeBron, Lakers, Knicks, not a soft environment. Like, you're going to have to pull these out against quality opponents. They're not just quality. Like, they're better. Every single one of these teams, I would rather have the other team. Every single one.
I mean, the Heat is streaking. He's playing fucking really
I would rather
well.
have the Heat than the Knicks on a night-to-night basis. Absolutely.
Yeah. Kyrie's been carrying his team and winning games. Like, Kyrie beat the Golden State.
Kawhi and Paul George, are you kidding me?
LeBron,
Embiid and James Harden, are you kidding me? The Magic just beat the Celtics.
Embiid with no Mitch. Good luck for Isaiah Hartenstein guarding Joel Embiid. That's going to
They
go out.
don't have a soft game, bro. They don't have a soft game until Knicks Wizards, February 24th. That's it.
Ain't a soft game.
That's not a soft game, but like I'm saying, like you're a better organizationally, like you're just dominant, right? Like that's the next one that they have. Every single one before that is like they're contemporaries or they're literally better.
Bro, this is why I said January 20th is when the season starts. They laughed at me. They thought I was crazy. During the 8-game win streak, they said I was negative. I was a piece of shit. The list has went on. They were so happy they couldn't even think straight. But now we're playing against real teams that are playing for something. It's gonna be a wake-up call,
you
bro.
know how, the best way the analogy of this is? It's like, you know how like you go out with your boys and like you're single and you go out and like you get in a bunch of buns, but they're all from like 4s and 5s and 6s, and then you feel real good about yourself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go up to these.
Messing with fat joints.
Go up to these 9s right now. I'm gonna try to work it on these 9s over here, and you go there and you just fucking get destroyed and like shut down immediately.
Absolutely.
Like you said, they humble you, bro. So the Knicks are plus. So it's Cleveland -3 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Papa, I know you're in your betting bag. Cleveland -3. Mitch is out. Fournier's out. Some scrub on Cleveland.
That's a great bet for Cleveland.
Yeah, it's a great one for Cleveland, I think also. I'm taking Cleveland on that. Let's do some predictions. We only have another 10 minutes or so. Papa, final score, and how do you think the game is going to go, if you had to guess? The over-under is 220.5.
I think Emmanuel Quickly is going to have one of those games off the bench. I'm going to go – last time it was a low-scoring game. I think this time it'll be much more box office. I'm going to go Cleveland 109 to Knicks 100. I'm going to go 109, 100.
Write this down just so I know. Papa goes Cleveland. So say it again, 109, 100 Cleveland?
Yeah.
All right, Jay, what do you think?
I even feel like that score is a little low.
Bro, that's a low score for a 2023 game, bro. I'm going Cleveland 127, Knicks 111.
That's a lot of points at home.
We've been seeing that shit, bro. We've been seeing some high scoring ass games.
I'm gonna go.
Cavs missed a bunch of shots last time.
Cleveland 116, Knicks 99. Fuck it.
The Knicks score 100 points pretty easy. It's the defense that's the issue. They score 100 points pretty easy.
The chat is hilarious, yo. The chat is hilarious about my chick comment. It's so funny. Everyone's
I was like, don't relate. I don't relate.
Oh, that's funny.
I got lucky though.
The Knicks been hitting 4s all season, bro. When they got to go to a Soho House party on the top of a roof or Dream Hotel, they can't close the deal with none of the chicks up there. That's how it is. They go into like little, Chuck E. Cheese parties in Jersey, but when they go to Gold Bar,
I'm not saying Mitch is injury prone because of this injury, and honestly, a lot of his injuries have just come from falling, and he's dodged more injury.
He's just uncoordinated, bro.
He's just not coordinated. Like that.
It just comes to do it. But good player, man. Yo, I was telling you, my homeboy John Henson loves Mitch, man. Thinks Mitch is like an alien. Loves his game, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he also says that the Knicks don't have a good reputation. Training staff don't got a good reputation. Don't got a good reputation. And Leon Rose and fucking World Wide West is making it worse for the players by benching them. So good luck getting a fucking superstar. They was telling me, you have to do the right things to be able to trade for guys, and you want to set like the Tony.
What's the most points Mitchell Robinson could score in a game if he was featured?
I don't care. But I'm talking about the goddamn perception of the Knicks. The Knicks can't get nobody because their reputation is shit. Mitchell Robinson is just a role player. Fuck Mitchell Robinson. When it comes to getting a real A1 guy, they'll never touch one because their reputation sucks and they alienate guys and treat players like shit.
I know why that is, because the New York Knicks fans really bad look this year. They didn't vote. They didn't vote for Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. So
shut the show down, bro. I enjoy the game, man.
All right, yo. Jay always shuts it down. So salute to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for coming here. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn, Rayology, Teg,
Ray, JJ. Who we got?
John Talento, Knicks fan TV. Knicks fan TV, Edgar. No soup for you. No soup for you. I never saw you here. Hit that
Jeremy,
bro.
You know, Knicks fan TV did like this interesting like member thing that they got.
Yeah, I did. I joined.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm just hoping it lets me cut the line when I call in. That's all I care about. So I don't know. But it's
Bankai in the building.
99 cents.
Just call Bankai. Bankai takes the phone.
Yeah, Bankai's in the chat.
I don't do the phones. I do Discord. I do Discord only because I got a little connection over there. They let me cut the line a little bit, but it's on CP to let me go. Like I get into the back room without waiting online, but CP needs to let me go. But now, because I pay $4.99 a month,
it's a fucking app. I get in the back room.
He needs to let me go. But yeah. So salute to everyone in the chat. We'll see what happens. You know, you can always come here, and we'll always give you the real spill over here. None of this fake stuff. We knew this team was mid. For me, a success. We'll just end it on this. What's a success at the trade deadline and a successful season? I'll go first. Successful season for me is not trading any draft picks, not even one of those fake number ones, not the heavily any of the picks. Ideally, you lose and get in the draft, but if you make the playoffs, whatever. As long as you don't mortgage the future, I'll take it. Okay, that's what I could ask for. Papa, what's a success for you?
You gotta play 3 home games in the playoffs. So you could be a playing team and make the 7th or 8th seed, and you get 1 home game. And then if you have to play in the first round, you make sure that you win 2 games. Either steal a game on the road, show me you can win on the road. You haven't shown me that. Or just at least make it a real series and give me something, man. Because if you're gonna forego this draft and forego to be a win now team, like let's not call it a developing team. Like I hate that characterization. It's not true. You don't get Jalen Brunson to be a developing team. It's a win now move. So I need some wins, man. If you're gonna hold me, but this, what I'm watching right now, I know that's not gonna win. They gotta change the way they play. They gotta change the speed at which they play. The ball movement has to get better because these teams, if they go ISO versus us, they're gonna win. They have too much talent. Like Joel Embiid and James Harden at the end of a game, fucking Kyrie Irving at the end of a game. You're talking about fucking Jimmy Butler at the end of a game. You're talking about fucking LeBron James at the end of a game. Bro, we're not beating that.
No,
not in bunches, bro. We're not that good.
Jay, final thoughts. Successful season. What's a successful season? Yeah,
we fucking win 5 games for the rest of the season and escort Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau out the building.
Yeah, that was the right answer.
That is the right answer. All right, we're going to shut this guys down. Thank you guys for coming. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. Share it on Twitter. Share it on whatever other Discord or whatever you do. Share it, like it. The sooner we get to 500, the sooner we're going to bring on guests. I'll let you guys decide what guests we bring on. We've been waiting. We might
Tommy D. I got Tommy D locked in.
Maybe JD, maybe a little Ashley Nicole Moss. I know you guys will share. This thing if we get Ashley on. I know that. But listen, always a pleasure talking to you guys. Salute Khalid, Son, King Mark, Larry Israel's Old Behind, Pastor Claudio. Until next time, we'll be back next Tuesday again. Salute to everyone in the chat. We out. Toxic Boys, deuces. Salute.